Welcome back. With the family summer holidays over for many, there are plenty of parents wishing they had just a few more days to relax.
Just a few.
Yeah, like a week.
Our travel expert Michelle Walsh-Jackson is here with a selection of fabulous city breaks to suit all tastes. The city break is something that we've all missed, I think, over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. And, you know, I don't want people to be put off by what's happened this summer. This is a very unusual occurrence, what we've been through, and trying to get travel back on its legs. And I think this summer, this autumn is a great time to get away, you know, especially for people who feel that they haven't got away or they've been afraid to get away yet. So I've got lots of interesting destinations.
And we're starting on our very own beautiful island, Derry.
Well, absolutely. If you don't want to travel by airplane, just hop in the car. And I think Derry is a wonderful city. Because when you go up north, you always feel like you're really going far away or using different money. And, you know,
there is a feeling.
There's a different feeling. And, of course, Derry Girls is famous for, you know, that fantastic comedy series really put the city back on the map.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's the only city with its original 17th century maiden walls. So it's really unique and quirky. You have to go very far to find something like that, something so historic. And you can do great tours. You've got the Museum of Free Derry. You've got Martin McLuchan's tour. It's really cheap. It's something like €4 and it includes a cup of tea at the end. And next week, there's the Foyle Maritime Festival, which is a biannual event. And it's the ending of a round-the-world clipper race, a yacht race.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So there's fantastic...
And with the weather, there'll be some crowds there.
It's going to be super.
And it's very glamorous as well, isn't it, to look out and see all those.
But they also put on a spectacular fireworks display, and they have these beautiful sculptures. You know, there'll be giant ships going up the Foyle. There's a big whale, I believe, this year that made for the.
And is there a deal to be had?
Well, if you go up there, I suggest staying in the city walls. And I checked this out last night. The Bishopsgate Hotel is right within the walls, and you'll still get 2 nights B&B with an evening meal for $354. Now that's during the festival. If you just go up for the night, it's $205, or in the autumn, it's $119 for a room. So it's lovely up there. And Browns in Town, I just want to say, is a new restaurant. You know, the fantastic chefs Ian Orr and Marcus Rolston, who own our Tara House and have all the Browns on Bonds Hill. They've got a fantastic restaurant that's open.
Beautiful theatre up there too. The Millennium Forum's great theatre.
Absolutely, I love Derry.
Let's skip over then, again, staying pretty close to home, over to Newcastle. The Stags and Hens capital of the world.
And there's a very good reason. I swear to it, I was over there at a concert 2 weeks ago. Would you believe, for 2 pints and a glass of beer, it was £9.10.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when you add in your sterling, it's like a different world over there. But there's an awful lot more to it than just that. It's actually quite a cultured city. There's a fantastic art scene. It's very hip. You know, it is like the capital of the Northeast. And there's a fantastic museum, the Baltic Art Gallery, which is celebrating 20 years this week. And that was an old flour mill. And they've done an awful lot to really energise the whole area.
Yeah, they're trying to shake that image of it being the Stags and Hens capital, aren't they, of the UK?
And they're doing a great job of it. It's a lovely, free, easy city to get around. And the airport, I mean, you walk through in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Straight onto the metro. You're in there under €4 in 15 minutes.
So they've managed to actually put a rail link from their airport into the middle of town.
Imagine that, imagine that.
It's amazing. All the cities I went to this summer actually
can do that too.
And you mentioned that the Melia Inside Hotel is a great location.
Oh, it's a fantastic... It's right... You have a view of the Tyne Bridge over the river, which is, you know, the famous Tyne Bridge. It was just... Apparently the Sydney Harbour Bridge is kind of modelled on that. There's a great similarity between the two. So if you want to stay an overnight there, it's €112 midweek, $175 at weekends. And Gino D'Acampo has a fabulous restaurant.
Oh, sure. What other reasons do you need? Right, we'll crack through them because we've got a few more to get to Amsterdam.
I love Amsterdam.
Well, it's the Venice of the North,
so
isn't
pretty.
it? With the beautiful flower-covered bridges, and you've got the canals. I think get the iAmsterdam card. That's one of the first things I recommend, because you can make great savings in all the museums. You're free transport on the tram and on the railway. And again, even though it's a very, very busy airport, 20 minutes there, I was straight in.
They have it.
So, yeah, the Anne Frank House, was a must-see. I found it very moving. It's quite harrowing. It's to think so recently in history this happened, but it is well worth seeing. And the Heineken experience is also fantastic.
Happy days.
Yeah, absolutely. For €15, which you get your discounts with your iAmsterdam card, and you also get discounts in different restaurants and hotels. So it's a really handy thing to have. Other things, so the yellow bike is free with the Amsterdam card. That's a great tourist attraction. You can do a little tour of the city and get your bearings. But the blue boat on the canal is the way I like to get around the city. You sit there and you can bring on your own refreshments
and watch the world go by.
And again, deals to be had if you dig around.
Yeah, well, I've got a great package here with Sunway. It's going on the 12th of October for 3 nights. It's 354. I stayed in the Kimpton DeWitt Hotel, which is a little bit of luxury now. It's something really special. It's very cool and funky.
Like yourself, Michelle.
I didn't want to leave this particular hotel. But it's 269 for a night. It's a little bit more, but if you really want to treat yourself, it's in a terrific location.
It's a special weekend.
And it's really something special. So I've written all about that on my website, The Novel Traveller. So
we're going farther afield now.
Yeah, well, you know,
the city of brotherly love.
The city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this, of course, was the original capital of America back when America declared independence. And Benjamin Franklin, who was an all-round overachiever. I mean, if you wanted someone to be kind of envious of, he of course, he was a signatory of the Declaration of Independence. He was a scientist. He was a politician. Really, really amazing person. But you've got the American Revolution Museum there. It's the home of the Liberty Bell. But what people don't really know is it's also great for tax-free shopping.
Is it really?
You don't have to pay
I did not know that.
And shoes.
Yeah, because I hate that. You think you've got a bargain in the States, then you go up and you go sales tax, state tax. And that doesn't exist there.
It doesn't exist there.
Fantastic.
And of course, you've got the famous Philly cheesesteak, the food scene.
Oh, stop the lights.
And the Rocky Steps.
On the right.
Yeah, of course.
You have to do that.
In terms of flights, is it cheap enough to get over there and back?
Well, you've got flight serviced with Aer Lingus and United Airways.
Yeah.
And I have a little package here for 856. That's for 3 nights staying in a 4-star hotel at the end of September. And that's with Sunway as well, Sunway Travel. But, you know, I really recommend, after what we've just been through and seen, go to a travel agent or an operator.
Exactly.
When you're booking. It just
makes sure you're covered.
It really, really makes such a difference.
And then to finish, then Nuremberg, which is
well, this was a curveball for me. You know, there are direct flights now with Ryanair over to Nuremberg, and it's one of those lovely airports like Newcastle. You just stroll through it, and it's just.
People think of the trials straight away when you hear the word. I'm sure that's acknowledged.
It is, and it's wonderful what they've done, and the museum. And you would need to spend about 2 hours there going around. And 20 Nazis were brought to trial in 1946, and it's wonderful what they did.
It looks like a beautiful city, and they're obviously Christmas markets.
So charming. And the Christmas markets. And this is the time of year you need to plan all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really important. And if you are going like Aer Lingus actually have great offers of $39.99 in the autumn for booking, you know, all around Europe. So think about those things. And if you go straight to your travel agent and you know and get packages booked, I've got one here from Click and Go to Nuremberg, and it's $259 for 3 nights, which I think is very good.
That's excellent.
That's in December. And this is why I'm saying kind of book now.
Book
plan ahead.
Plan your Christmas holidays now.
Plan your Christmas holidays.
But it's on top of us like that, isn't it?
Of course it is.
And you don't realise it's midterm break will be upon us, and you know this is where we need to be really well planned. So you'll get all that info anyway on the Novel Traveller.
Some fantastic choice there. Thank you, Michelle.